Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I have a little different of a video for you. Tim Holtz just released a ton of new ideology products, and I decided to pick a bunch of them up through Simon Says Stamp the other day, and I just got them in the mail. And so I decided I would kind of walk you through what I picked up and what they look like. I know sometimes you can't get like up close views of these, and so I just thought this might be a fun video. I know many of you love Tim Holtz's stuff just as I do, and so I figured I would just kind of show you what I ended up picking up. Just to let you know, my kids are home and they are busy somewhere else, so who knows what may come during this video, so just bear with me. So first off, let's kind of move this stuff over and I will do piece by piece. These are the new paper dolls. They're the mini paper dolls. Now, I've never gotten any of his paper doll products before, but I really liked how mini these were. I thought they would go really well with pocket Bible journaling, as well as some other things. Oh, that is so cute. There's a little dog. I love that. So there are 133 pieces in here. So I also thought that was definitely worth it. So let me show you a couple of them. So you have some in groups, these little girls. And then you also have like single ones, like this little girl. And some people sitting. These are all, I believe, all from the main paper doll kits, but just a mini version. And so I just thought these would work better for what I typically do. But as you can see, there are a lot. So I don't think I'll ever run out. Let's see. Oh, there's this little... Hold on, let me poke the piece out that's not poked out. Yeah, hold on. These little guys with a little dog. I don't know what it is with dogs. I like dogs. So, not so much a cat person, but I like dogs a lot. So these are all the minis. You can see the size. I don't have comparison because, like I said, this is the first time I've ever picked up the paper dolls. But I'm really pleased with them. I really like the sizing. Let me grab, let's see. Let me grab one of my pocket Bibles. And you can kind of get an idea of the sizing. So these are like the cards I work with. Let's see. See, they would look really cute in some of these layouts. Let's see if I have a little bit more. Simple one. So anyone like this would work really well. So super excited about these. These are the mini paper dolls. I'm gonna just kind of move them to the side because it would take a long time for me to put those back. I'll work on that next. Okay, next thing we have are number strips. I am in love with these. These are maybe one of my favorite things that came out during this release. Although I'm going to flip them all over backwards on you by accident. So let me try to do this a little better. Okay, there's some still left in there, but you'll get an idea. So with these, we have just different number pieces, P.O. box. I just think these are going to be that perfect little addition to any cluster. So I love this ledger one. So fun. So these are what all of these kind of look like. Let's see. It says these have 119 pieces. And they're mostly, you know, neutrals, but you definitely have some pinks and greens. You kind of get a gist of what these look like. So these are the number strips, and I really do think that they're going to be that perfect little addition. I also love the Curator Snippets. Those were released as like an all the time thing. So now you don't have to hoard them like I've done. But I already had those in my stash. They are the ones that look like, let me see. I always use them. So, okay. The Curator Snippets look like this. I have them in their own little bin. These are also great to, you know, have that little addition of a cluster. They have 233 pieces in them. So if you haven't picked up those yet, they were released as well as like an all the time kind of thing for ideology. Next I have gauge dials is what they're called. Let me make sure I have room to lay these all out. Now this one has 39 pieces. Let's see. These are that thicker kind of glossy coat cardstock. So you have a lot of different options here. And I know he has a lot of different like metal pieces that can fit these. I didn't pick those up just because I thought I would be using these more so for layering. But really cool pieces here. Again, mostly neutrals, but some have a little bit of a coloring to them. So those are all the dial piece. Oh, sorry. I did not get all the dial pieces out. There's more. So these are really cool little pieces. I like how they're all circles. It'll give a different look to a cluster. Because a lot of times you don't have that circle or rounded element in a cluster. And so these will be a perfect little piece to have on hand. Okay, next we'll go to this. This is Memoir Ephemera Pack. I love ephemera packs. And what's cool about this one is that they added color to it. So a lot of the ephemera packs that Tim Holtz makes have very neutral colors, which I absolutely love. But these are kind of adding a little pop of color to some pieces. They also have like old books that you can fold, and then you can add your papers. I'm not going to fold it right now, but very cool little piece like this. Then you have your normal kind of typography signs. You have a couple pieces that are like the numbers, but different. Then you have longer pieces, some circle pieces. You have another number one. This one is pretty cool. But anyways, you have tickets. You have more books to make. There's a lot of books in here. That's pretty cool. But then you get to a little bit of more colored pieces like this element. I always love these. These were in the Christmas pack, and I loved using these as well. Oh yeah, this was in the Christmas pack too. That's pretty cool. Something kind of like the labels. You have some florals, some pink, and just a couple of different items. Ooh, a nice yellow Baltimore steam packet. Some blues, yellows, another book, June 11th, 1923, more books, more little numbers. So if you only have a little bit of money to spend, definitely pick up this pack because you're going to get a lot of different things in this one. Then you have some bigger pieces in the back like this, standard postage stamp catalog, 1908, nice bright green. Then you have this globe, which is pretty cool. Alpha letters. Oh, another globe, the other side. That's cool. And then you have some floral pieces. This is cool. Looks like it came from a postcard. This is the first time I'm seeing these two, so sorry if I get a little distracted. A nice frame. Looks like this came from a postcard as well. And then you have a couple more little pieces of books. Another book. Tickets. A nest. Another one of these little finger pointers. Call collect arrows. And then you have butterflies. A little bit more numbers. I really like this blue. That's cool. Oh, a feather. That's different. Some more flowers and, you know, just a couple more pieces. Anyways, this ephemera pack really seems to have a lot of different items. Some of his ephemera packs are very specific. I feel like this is one of those ephemera packs. Oh, that was in Christmas too. I feel like this ephemera pack has a bunch of different, not necessarily styles, but it has a lot of different things included. It's not just tickets. It's not just, you know, I don't know. I guess it has a lot of different styles. So let's see if I can get this back in the bag, because I'm not going to have space to lay these all out on my desk. Hold on. I'm glad that he doesn't have too many ideology releases throughout the year, because this is definitely what I love most, I think, from him. I really like stamps too and the stencils, but I think ideology is just one of those things that I love, because I love to create with clusters and whatnot. So that is why this is the brand from him that kind of I am drawn to the most. Okay, we fit all those back in. Now let's go to here. These are mini file folders. There's 8 of them. He made these for Christmas too, but these are just some more plain pieces. And what's cool about these is you can flip them the opposite way as well. So you have this one, which is kind of like that kindergarten, I don't want to say ledger paper, but handwriting paper. And then you have this, more of a grid pattern, some blue lined paper with a dot grid. And I actually included these in my accordion book, so that was pretty fun. Now, when I use these, I will probably grunge them up just a little bit more. They are fairly clean. They're a little bit grungy, but fairly clean, and so I'll probably add a little bit more grunge to them, but we'll see. It kind of looks like, for the most part, they have similar or the same patterns that they've used for bigger and small. They've just flipped them inside out, it appears. So those are them. This would be fun for Bible journaling too, to tuck in different prayers and whatnot, and kind of hide things a little bit more, make them a little bit more personal if someone's going to be flipping through your Bible. Not that they couldn't open it up, I guess, but maybe it just seems a little better. There's also these file cards. They are pretty simple. There's 16 pieces, so I'm assuming it's 8 each of like the library card. And this, okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I didn't really see these in the video when he posted it. Let's see, it says, does say 16 pieces, right? Yeah. So you got 4 of these little pocket cards. Then you have, let's see, 4 regular blank cards. So I'm assuming to go in there. And then you have almost just little tiny manila folded pieces of paper for there. And then these as well. So I guess these would go in here. With the little tab on top. Nope, they wouldn't. See, I'm just learning with you guys. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, anyways, I think these are cool. And you'll be able to use them. I'm sure I'm definitely going to find a way to use these. I just thought the little pocket cards were cool. That fits in there. And so does that. But none of these seem to fit in here. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong. What am I doing wrong, guys? I guess you could just trim it down. Yeah, because it's not going to fit in there. They're like exactly the same size. So maybe if you just trim it down a little bit, it would help get that in. But yeah, you have these 4 kind of pockets. And then you have 4 of these tabbed pieces that are just straight paper. Then you have these 4, which are just like the folded. And then these are just 4 manila pieces of paper. So those are what come in the file cards. And they may seem a little plain, but I think it'll be fun to work with. I know some of the makers for Tim Holtz definitely have ideas on how to use these. So I'll be watching their makes as well. So those are the file cards. Now let's move on. These are transparent things. I know he had made one of these for Halloween that I ended up picking up. And I use it for Bible journaling. I just think it has some cool pieces in it. Haven't really used the bats at all, but these are really cool. So you have butterflies. So you have, let's see. You have all these butterflies and moths. Then you have this piece, which is a moon. Not my favorite piece personally, but I know a lot of people use it. I might just cut it out and use the stars. I don't know. I'm not crazy about the face on the moon. But the stars would be really cool. So I could definitely see myself using that piece. Then you have a map transparency. This is, I'm trying to see where it might be. I don't know where it might be. But yeah, sorry, map transparency. Then you have a part of a ledger paper. This was, I believe, one of the backdrops as well. So that's pretty cool. And then you have almost like an old postcard as a last little transparency there. I'm sorry if you are hearing my kids in the background. Like I said, they are home. And I just told them to try to be quiet for a little bit. So let's see what else we can look at. You know what? I'm not going to get this back in. So this is, I think, my favorite product that Tim released with this Idea-Ology release, and it is a bunch of different photos. Now, usually I go to an antique store and actually check out all the photos that are available there, and I kind of sift through them and pick them out to use in Bible journaling or junk journaling. So this is going to be a very easy way that you don't have to go to an antique store and do that. So yeah, there's just a bunch of different photos. What was also cool is that Tim said that he has a whole another set ready to go. So he's hoping that people really love this SKU. I like these guys. And then you could even cut these out to be a little different, or not like a photo necessarily. You could also make your own little paper dolls if you really like them. I like these guys. These are pretty fun. So you have guys on bikes, some ladies and kids in front of a car, some different like travel pictures, Paul's class. I love how they kept the writing in there. You have these kids with all these different instruments and drums. And then these guys with their motorcycles. Looks like a bunch of friends. 7/27/32, 1932, 1943. So, oh, this is like a carnival in the background, or fair. A house. Bradford, Massachusetts. I'll have to look that up. So anyways, this is my favorite thing ever. This makes it much easier. You don't have to go to an antique store. You can even grunge up the edges a little bit more. This is August 26, 19. Sorry, I have to bring it close to me. 1950, Pikes Peak. Very cool. So, loving these photos. This is probably the one thing I would grab if I could only grab one thing from this release. And I like how there's some different sizes as well. So we'll just put that to the side as well. Okay, last thing I got from this release specifically is the Backdrops Volume 3. I love using the backdrops that he has released in the past, and so I definitely didn't want to pass this up. What is also great about this release is that there's photos in these backdrops, so that I thought was pretty cool. These are also double-sided. You do not have to use the whole piece. Just learn, I feel like it takes a little bit, but just learn to cut it up and use the pieces that you need. You can always get another set, but I just find that when you finally, use the pieces, it's much better than just having it on hand. Like, I love these as full pieces, but I more so love using them. So anyways, let me see if you can kind of see this in the photo. I'll move this over and we'll kind of flip through them because, like I said, they are double-sided. So you can even cut up these numbers. This is really cool, and it looks like real fabric on it. You could even post your own fabrics down. That'd be cool as well. So there's fabrics, and then a nice little wallpaper almost, it looks like. This is Lake Campground. That'd be so fun for like a scrapbooking page of camping. I really like that. And then umbrellas and walking sticks. This really cool pattern. And a huge shipping label. And then you have like some marble paper, some ledger. That's pretty cool. A key card. And then that, now you have some of the photos. Look how cool this is. So this was in the photos, like this, remember? This is the one I had to take away and look really closely. But this is that 1950 at Glen Cove at Pikes Peak. That's so cool. And then you have this kind of a grungy background. And then a cigar box. And then a huge envelope. A school class picture. 1926. That is so cool. And then you have that. Then some flowers. And that's a cool pattern. Then you also have a map. A ledger. Then you have photo of a bunch of men at work, it appears. Oh, this was the same pattern for Christmas, except they had red and green as well, I believe. So I'm seeing a lot of things that were available in the Christmas packs or whatnot that they've repurposed, which is pretty fun. Some different fonts. Huge ticket. Oh, another photo. Oh, this was another photo in that photo pack. This is that photo with the kids all with like percussion instruments. sorry, let me flip it that way. Greenery pieces, another kind of ledger or receipt, some more marble paper, looks to be a letter. This is really grungy and cool. And then Palace Hardware Company, San Francisco, paper, stationery, school supplies, principal types. And then Gulf Coast Lines, Railroad, and then this is a little bit more plain. Awnings, tents, and camp furniture. This is really cool because they have a bunch of camp kind of style stuff. So I just think this would be cool to add into as camping scrapbook or whatnot. I don't scrapbook, but my mom does. So maybe I'll suggest her get this. Handwriting, and then a ledger, and then a Century Book of Facts, standard edition. Another photo. This looks to be, okay, they have the girls on one side and boys on the other. Maybe it's a school or something, I'm not sure, but pretty cool picture. Then you have music for the last one, and some more old kind of grungy, maybe wallpaper or something. So those are backdrops number 3. They are super neat. If you don't have one or two, I suggest picking those up as well. But I really like how this includes photos with this one. So that's all I got from the actual Idea-Ology release. I also did pick up this Field Notes stamp. I've been wanting this stamp for a while. I had friends pick it up, and then when I went to go pick it up, it was sold out, and so I was put on a list to, sorry for the crinkling, to be reminded when, or told when it was back in stock. And it actually came back in stock the night before the Idea-Ology release. And so I decided that if it stayed in stock through, you know, the Idea-Ology release, then I would pick it up. But it just has a lot of cool numbers. Also, some different like florals and birds. I love this condemned stamp. It was on a ticket as well. So anyways, this is just another little extra that I picked up while I was placing that order. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the pieces and products that I picked up from the Tim Holtz Idea-Ology release. This was from the release March 2022. Again, I didn't pick up everything that was added into the line, but I did pick up a lot and some things that I thought would work for my style and also for Bible journaling. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will leave a link down below in the description if you want to shop these items. I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.